vibes. All right, let's see what this month has in store for us. Let's set the mood first and... All right, so... Asking for the energy of white light and protection to come down through me and surrounding me. I ask that messages only come from the higher sources. I say God, you say whatever you say. And I ask that whatever messages come through are for our highest good, and anything that is not of the highest source or for our highest good, may it all be protected from us. Amen. And so it is. Let's get it. Okay. I'm a little slippy, so try to go a little faster. All right, so we may not have anybody on with this live stream, and that's okay. It's 3 o'clock. We got to get going. I have to try to get a couple hours of sleep today because I have to be up before 8. All right. All right. August vibes. And I need to switch glasses. I know I just saw them because I just dropped them. I think I picked them up, but who knows? Oh my goodness. Did I pick them up? I don't know where it is. Okay. Well, I don't know what I did. Oops, sorry. Ah! Okay. Disaster. Sorry, you guys. Hold on. I sent you flying. I accidentally yanked on it. Hopefully you can still hear me. All right. Disaster. What did I just do with those glasses? Because I can't take them off. The light is way too bright for me. Do I have the other pair up here somewhere? No. I put them down. I just want to make sure you guys are not going to tip over while I'm reading. Alrighty. So, I saw them and I said, pick them up. And I don't know if I did. Alright, we're going to switch. Let's see if we can tolerate the broken ones today. August vibes. What are we looking forward to for August? It's really interesting. I took a peek at Afefe's channel. She is Touched by Tarot, I think is the name of her channel. And hey y'all. Sorry. So she's Touched by Tarot, I think. And she was reading on the orange one, health or something, because she said she's just been getting this feeling that he's not going to be there. And like, I understand that feeling because y'all know I've been having it. And okay, I'm going to have to cancel this. Oh, that's me now. Ooh, okay. Well, I'll go ahead and schedule this one for later. Today's Saturday. I don't think I'm going to do one. I think I'll do a TikTok live tonight. I don't think I'm going to do one of these. Alrighty. Yeah, because I neglect TikTok, so I think I'll do a TikTok one tomorrow. Okay, so Like I was saying, she was getting essentially the same cards that we got. She had like a Six of Pentacles. Like, seriously, in the set, pretty much the same cards. And I was like, ooh, that's so interesting. Because, like, what? And she was getting, maybe, it's not that the guy is actually like gone, but that there's a switch in power. And I really think so, you guys. All right, so we'll see what August has for us. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. Delete forever. Yes, delete that one forever because I don't want to accidentally leave it. Okay. Because I don't want to have what we did last time happen again when I deleted something because it was like a repeat or whatever. So I'm trying to see if it's going to delete and leave this one up. All right. So as you guys know, this is a subscriber only chat. If you want to chat with us, now would be a really good time to hit subscribe because I require that you're a subscriber for at least 20 minutes. We tend to be a pretty cool crew. Okay. Okay. We tend to be a pretty good crew of people, but huh. Okay, we're still live, so the correct one deleted. This is interesting, y'all. I'm going to make sure we can see it on the replay. The cards that shot out, well, I guess I'll read them last because they were turned over. The energy, I'm going to leave that there. Okay. The energy of this is an Ace of Pentacles and a Queen of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. In the upright, our Queen of Swords was Susie Wiles and also Hillary Clinton. Okay. Ace of Pentacles is like my big old proof card. Oh my gosh. And right underneath it, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Oh my Lanta. Ooh, interesting. So we have an Ace of Pentacles. We have my Wandering Spirit card, the Hermit in reverse. We have the Judgment card with these grave boxes. You know we're missing a third person. We had Lindsay. We have Mitch, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, excuse me. Five of Cups in reverse. Because we would not cry for Argentina on this one. It's hope, forgiveness, moving on, and healing. This is definitely moving on. I think we had this last night as well. Huh. Whoa. And this is a big yes card. The Ace of Pentacles. But the Ace of Pentacles is also a big health event. Because Pentacles mean health. There are three things that we mostly use it for. Also documents, evidence. But health, wealth, and to me, like I said, I use it for proof. And then the Hermit card is my spirit world card, right? So wandering the spirit world. This is interesting. Okay, hold on. What am I receiving? I think that is what's going to happen. There's going to be a huge health event, allegedly, because we already understand he's gone. Huge health event this month. Huge. Now, I think it's also supposed to be clearance. Remember, we got clearance about mid-month. And that could be clearance. It could. It could definitely be clearance because the judgment card. And also, it's around the 20th. And I think we got like the 22nd, 23rd, around that time. In one of these readings we just had, there's some major shit coming this month. This month right here. Queen of Swords. Oh, wait. That's our foreign friends. UN, NATO, Ursula von der Leyen, ICC. Hold on. This is so funny because I have this phrase that's peeking out for the replay because y'all can see it on the replay. There's a card right under the Queen of Swords. The phrase that is peeking out is lost job. Like literally lost job. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's the little words right there. Lost job. What is that? The Page of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. And then release from the devil. Oh my God, these cards are like repeating. And then there's the Seven of Cups in reverse. No longer being smoke and mirrors, illusion, delusion, but having one very clear choice. A reality check. I have two knights poking at me. I have the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Those are two very slow things. Lost job. Queen of Swords, lost job. Oh, don't tell me it's Susie who's going to lose her job. Oh, is she going to step down? I thought she was stepping down in November. Oh, dear. I think she's going to shift earlier. Wait a second. I think she's going to be shifting earlier. Okay, so far we have a major health event to get the third guy, or third person. Then we have Susie stepping down early. Now, lost job implies usually a firing. Ooh, is that like a Disney Cinderella? Anyway. I don't know what that is. Okay. But then we get the Ace of Cups in reverse. And here, these are the two that hit the... Oh, dear. This is interesting. These are the two that hit the table. So we have an Empress in reverse and we have an Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Empress in reverse often represents our vodka country people. Okay, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. Interesting that this artist has intuition in the reverse, which is really interesting. I thought it's usually in the upright, and it's loneliness. But he's not going until October. I'm wondering if this is a poisoning. Because what's really interesting is both of these cards have emptiness as their keyword on here. Both of them have emptiness on their keyword. Smothering, emptiness. And then the other one is emptiness, block creativity, loneliness. Then we have the Hermit in reverse, which is also isolation and loneliness. So there's something really interesting here. Are we looking at a poisoning, or is it going to come out of a poisoning? Is that what's going to come out? Well, I don't know how it's going to come out. We've already buried Lindsay. Poisoning vodka? You have some interesting things here. Because look at another Knight of Cups and a Two of Cups. This is what we got when we read on Lindsay. It's so interesting because I'm hearing that the deaths are not done. And for some reason, I also hear the phrase, keep on rolling. I don't know what that means. Um, okay. Now, what I was saying about this with Lindsay, this is how we understood that what he was doing over there was not just about some warehouse, just about a contract. What he was doing over there was, let's get it on. Like he was meeting with somebody over there for a little tete-a-tete. And that person slipped him something, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. So, this is starting off pretty interesting. I don't know if August is going to be kind to this administration. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not feeling the kindness of the cards at all. I think Susie's going to step down. I think her health is going to impact her, or she's going to say, for health reasons, she's got to step down. Though, truthfully, I think she'll be fired. But they're going to say she's stepping down earlier. Okay. I don't know where that came from, but sure. And I get a feeling that it's like narco firing her, which is interesting. Okay. Let's back this up a little bit. What is August going to bring for America overall? You know, that felt like, you know how you watch the police programs and you have the that 1 or 2 minutes that play before the credits and, you know, the theme music and stuff like Law and Order or whatever. That felt like that. Like, you know, the SVU or whatever. It felt like we just got the case we're gonna solve this month or something. All right. Oh, okay. Interesting. Being overlooked taught you to shrink yourself first. What is America going to be doing with that? Being overlooked taught you to shrink yourself first. This is the wrong deck of cards that I use for this. Hold on. Rejection saved you from a smaller life. And weak roots collapse under pressure. Okay, we're going to have to see what that's about. We're going to have to see what that's about. Oh, a numbing faded. Reality stepped in. Okay, this is what's happening. Overwhelm grows when everything feels urgent. And you ask for change. You just didn't expect it. Spec the cost. There we go. Boom. All right. So this is making some sense to me. Hold on. Oh, that's Harry Potter. I know Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Ooh. Okay. Oops. Let's see the shadows we're working with. All right. What are we here to deal with and learn in this month of August for America? What are we here to learn in this month of August for America? Authentic self, embrace the void. All right, the void is coming, y'all. Protect your boundaries. We've been getting that message of protecting your energy from these vampires, right? So that's the shadows we're working with. I understand this because we're about to get hit. We're about to get hit massively starting this month with what has been transpiring over the last 5 months. So that means that we're going to have to embrace the void. When things burn down, there's an opportunity for something new to grow in place. So this is your true potential is waiting to be discovered. Emptiness, look at that word again, and creative power, okay? So in this void, in the darkness, is a chance to bloom something new, something different. And then authentic self. This is what has burned down over the course of this year and a half. Not just this country, but think about your own lives. It has been getting rid of the things that are superficial, that are materialistic, that are not part of purpose, to be honest. So you're going to have to embrace this void. You're going to have to, as we start to approach the economic disaster that we are freaking facing, this is an opportunity to start new, to begin again, to begin in a way that is authentic to who you are, that plays on your strength, your uniqueness, and your individuality, so that what comes out of this is not just more of the grind, is not just more of the burn. So this is a warning that this is the month that we start feeling the results of the last 5 months. Okay. Which brings me to, and again, sacred boundaries. Protect yourselves from the vampires that we have here. The energy vampires, they want you to be depleted. They want you to be scared. They want you to be lost and confused and upset and all these kinds of words, okay? They want it, and we can't give it to them, all right? So, my fellow Americans, keep your eye on that. Now, like I said, I don't normally use these cards for the beginning of the month to do the month read, but since my hand touched them, I'm going to assume that this means these were a purpose for us to get. All right, so again, we have here, being overlooked taught you to shrink yourself first. Okay. And you know what's really, this is weird. Since we're talking about America, we're going to look at this from the point of view of America, okay? But this is weird. If you look at that, you have the red, and then you have the blue. And then you have this orange, which is something new and unseen and uncharted, okay? So this is literally, to me, an American card. And if you notice, the red are sitting up, they're sitting straight, they are, in line. But the blue person is on the outside. And while this blue person is on the outside, if they feel small, when they're really all, like, if that's not an illustration of this country, because there are more of us than them. There are more of us than these hateful people. And for some reason, because they're louder, we seem to think there's lots of them. But if there were lots of them, they wouldn't need all those bots. Okay? Anyway, So you need to understand that. Being overlooked taught you to shrink yourself first. You need to understand you might be in a family of red people, but that doesn't mean they're right, and that doesn't mean they're stronger than you. That just means you gave them your power, often because they were in a position of power, like your parent or something like that. Um, this has got to stop because it's time to pay the piper. So anyway, this other card here, look at him. It looks like he just stood up now, right? Stood up, stood into the light. And this says, rejection saved you from a smaller life. Think about how small it is right now. And I'm not really going red versus blue, honestly, no. I'm going this ideology versus one ideology. But think about this. On the blue side, it's so vast, so different. Okay? We have those yacht people, and then we have the artist people. We have the straight laced people, and we have the laced drugs people. We have everybody, right? So a lot of people on our side, if they are on the rainbow spectrum, they get to be that, or they decide to be that. But if you're on the conservative Christian, which they're not, but if you're in the cosplaying side, then your life is so small, it's so boxed in, and it's so not yours, right? So this is what this is saying here for me. Like, to give an example, is rejection saved you from a smaller life. So if you think about the fact that if you're rejected from your town, it means you had to look outside the town instead of staying in the lines, instead of coloring in the lines. It's like you get to be vibrant. You get to find your place outside of just the confines of your home. You get to jump online, or you get to travel. You get to do different things, and this is a conscious decision. So, because one of the phrases that I heard repeatedly for the last year is, I'm just a blue dot in a red town. I mean, count yourself lucky you're not part of that. You know, like you're not them. Because how close-minded would you be if you were? Here, and look at how zombie-ish this guy looks right now. If he's walking into the red light. Like a zombie, like he has his soul sucked out of him. So it's like owning who you are is literally the thing that's going to save your life. Man, like I'm trying to do a reading for America, but this is America. Like this is really what it is. Because a lot of us have had to go through disillusionment. I know I did. It's like, this is not the country I was promised. But guess what? We get to make it one, right? So when it all burns down, we get to plant something new, something different. And that's where this comes from. It says you asked for change. You just didn't expect the cost. It's cost us everything. Because look at this, the red and blue. These two different ideologies, burning is one almost. And he's far away from it. So it's like understanding what your identity is outside of your politics, right? Okay. And so again, the big message that we got around the full moon was to not give them your attention. And that just makes sense with this card here where it says, overwhelm grows when everything feels urgent. And that is totally by design. And so in this month, as things do ramp up, I'm telling y'all, it's ramping up this month. In this month, as things do ramp up, things are going to feel urgent. Everything is going to feel urgent. But it's not all urgent. Some things just got to burn, right? So this is don't give them your energy all day. You can feel and then you can release. Okay? Feel and release, because It's going to be an interesting chapter of the book here called 2026. I'm telling y'all, it's ramping up. So I just need y'all to understand who you are in this space. And it's not just me who needs you to understand it. This is the message that we're getting as we look into August. So this is a preparation thing. And it says here, numbing faded, reality stepped in. So there is no self-medication with things that are illicit and illegal. You're going to have to face this. Hey, Sus, you're going to have to face this. As Americans, we're going to have to see what's really in front of us. Because the house of cards is falling apart. The sandcastle is crumbling. And we can't distract ourselves with so much stuff that we're not paying attention, that we don't do politics. Well, guess what? We have to face it. We have to face it. So again, as we go through this hard, oh, I love this. Hold on. I thought this was sand. Whoa, hold on. Sorry. Makes sense because it's saying the numbing has faded. Well, guess what? That's a block of ice. The ice is melting. That in itself is a metaphor. And then here's the house of cards. So it says here, weak roots collapse under pressure. So this is the signifier card that let me know, all right, we're about to pay for these last 5 months this month. Okay? So you're being reminded that you are not to give it your attention. You're being reminded that this is necessary because it's confronting our shadows. All right? So it was weak in the first place. We had to keep putting amendments on it to try to make it. You know what I mean? But no, you can't keep putting Band-Aids on something that needs stitches. So don't give it your attention. Don't give it your attention. Don't give it your attention. Okay? Don't play small. Don't give it your attention. Don't give it your attention. If you feel it, and then let it move through you and let it move out of you. Exactly. Lipstick on a pig. Don't give it your attention. And honestly, like I just heard there's a recall on Canadian bacon. And I'm like, but is it really though? Because something they said is nobody's gotten sick from it yet, but you know, we haven't had inspectors or whatever. And it just made me think about the fact that we have 50% tariffs on Canada for smoke. So now I'm like, I don't think there's a problem with Canadian bacon. I think that's just more retaliation. We can look into it later, but let's get into August. All right. I think so, because it's late. Alrighty. So, I'm excited. I mean, it's scary because it means August is about to be a shit show, but it's necessary. Okay. So we just saw that. It's necessary. It's necessary. Oh, okay. It's necessary. It's necessary. Mm-hmm. All right. So that is the Page of Swords. Oh, that's a lot. All right. Is this just the overview? Okay. Yep. We're working towards Temperance. We have the strategy and the thievery. So there's two things going on here. We're operating at multi-levels. There's a spiritual level where they're seeking temperance or seeking balance or seeking moderation. But there are two things going on. There's still the grifting that's happening, right? And that's about to ramp up. But it's also, while there's a stealing on the top, like right under that is the strategy. Because as we saw, they are putting together everything they need to take this down. And it's really interesting. Oh, and after that, yes, see? Look, right after that, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's karma time, babes. It is time for the wheel to turn. Ooh, it's time for a change. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so many chills with that. Okay. Oh, and then after the Temperance is the Queen of Wands. Oh, snap. And the Devil in reverse. Okay. All right, let's look at it. So, overview for August. Hold on, I gotta put this back. Overview for August. Okay, so the first card to hit the deck, hit the floor, hit the table, was the Page of Swords in reverse. Then we have, ooh, there's the Seven of Cups again in reverse. Then we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay. Then we have the Empress. She came back out in reverse. Okay. Then we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Hey, Elise. And then we have the Six of Cups in reverse. Okay, America, what are we looking at as an overview? Do we have 6 weeks of... There's no way we have 6 weeks. What do we have? Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kinda. You know, Saturday is 1. And then the 6th one is Sunday and Monday. It's weird. I asked if we had 6 weeks because we have 6 cards. All right. Interesting. We kind of do. Like, we don't, but we do. If you don't know what I'm talking about. You notice Saturday starts where? I don't know. This is backwards. Saturday starts right here today. And then we have a 30-31 down there. So 6-ish. Hello. Hey, Becky. Where'd y'all come from? Why are y'all popping in 30 minutes in? I thought y'all were asleep. Okay. All right. So we have the Page of Swords. Okay. Gossiper. Oh, look. It has the word gossiper as the Page of Swords. So definitely more leaks. More leaks are going to be happening. These are leaks, not out and out whistleblowers. So there are some things we're going to know about that we should not be knowing about. 7 of Cups. This is going to be a big one, by the way. Big leaks. Big leaks. Huh. Leaks about what? Because I don't see any pentacles. There are no pentacles on this table. So we're not... Oh my God, it was so beautiful, the full moon. Okay, I am going to tell you, panic is about to start to set in. Oh yeah, because we got all the school stuff happening now. Oh man, okay. People are going to feel really overburdened or really panicked. Okay, it's interesting because it does feel extremely financial. Because I'm hearing like 401ks tanking. This might be a stock market thing, but I don't see a pentacle, but I'm getting like stock market. You know what? This is interesting. August is when Bear Stearns crashed in 2008. What happens in August financially? There's panic. Okay, so I'm just going to write that down. I'm trying to keep track of what I'm saying. So that feels really interesting. Is this stock market crash? But the stock market didn't crash in 1929 until October. Let's see, stock market. It might be a stock market panic, not necessarily a crash. It might be a panic. because that is a full emotional card of the Seven of Cups. Feeling trapped, feeling like you can't breathe, feeling overextended. Oh my gosh, this is so interesting because these are the white collar people. They're the ones who can mostly play in the stock market. Oh, oh no. I really feel like this is something extremely hard financial. Oh my gosh. We did start this reading out with the Ace of Pentacles in the beginning. This, of course, is not financial advice whatsoever. It's just alleged and entertainment only. I'm feeling a lot of panic though. Oh man. Okay, so something's going to be happening here. 401ks tanking. Why would they be tanking? I don't know anything about them because I don't have one. I just feel a lot of panic. Key events such as the August 24th global market sell-off. Okay, that feels right. That actually just resonated with people trying to sell off, sell off, sell off. Okay, that resonated. 2015 Black Monday was a flash crash. Oh, and the 1990 Iraqi invasion of Kuwait. Okay, I'm not feeling the invasion. I think they're thinking about the invasion as a way to distract from what's happening here. But I think we're about to crash. Okay, my advice. I know people have been saying this for the last 2 years. My advice is get serious about your stocking. Because if it's not happening by the end of the month, this month will spark it to happen. I feel the panic. I feel the panic. This feels like panic. And I'm like seeing, crisp white shirts, collars. So I'm feeling their panic. Thank you, Elise. I appreciate it. Our in-house researcher. Yeah. I don't see secrets. Okay. It's going to be a response to some kind of policy that is being pushed forward or floated by or something. It's going to be a reaction of these grifters. It's going to be a reaction to these grifters, but it's going to shock the economy, much like 2008 when Bear Stearns crashed. Get like for real. Like I never felt everything that everybody was talking about before. Like, oh my God, prepare, prepare, prepare. I'm telling you now, it's here now. It's here now. Yeah, that 2008. This is the deja vu of 2008, August to September. There's real panic here. I'm sorry to get stuck on this. Oh, okay. Well, I have to keep there because the hangman is in reverse. This is stalling, trying to keep the market from crashing by doing more diversionary tactics. But I think even they're extended. They're overextended as well. Exactly. This is needless sacrifice. You're sacrificing people and their well being when you don't have to. You can make a decision as the government of this country and you're choosing not to. This is going to be a direct result of some really inefficient governing. because it doesn't have to happen. It does not have to happen. But now there's a desperation amongst them, and they're not thinking clearly. I don't feel good about this particular part on that level. Remember, don't give them your energy though. I'm just feeling into the energies of this month. Yeah, they have been doing it already, right? For real, Becky. Wait till they go back to school this month. September, bro. Okay. Anyway. Oh, man. So then we have the Empress. And it would be good if she was in the upright, but she's not. She's in reverse. So they're going to make more policies that take from people in this time of need, right? So I think they're going to do more cuts instead of nurturing. Oh, shit. Never. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This feels like a weather event. Mother Nature. This feels weather. I don't know if this is a hurricane or a tornado or earthquake or both, like a combination. And there's a I can't breathe component to it, so I'm figuring a wildfire as well. Yeah, there's a combination, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. No, this is just the overview, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. We knew it was coming. That's why the words we got right off the bat was like, don't pay attention to this. Oh, man. This is this is just everything coming home to roost right now. Okay. This is a earth event. This is a weather event. A really bad weather event. Um, 3. Oh, she is the 3. Empress is number 3. So yeah, 3 bad weather events. Oh, madre de lo dio. Listen, I'm not a doom and gloomer. I promise you guys. We're gonna see what this is, but this is a prepping. Let's take it as a prepping live right now because that's what we're being told. Is this is just warning. This is coming up. Be prepped. I would suggest you get your storm equipment. You know, you have your box packed, you have your bag packed, whatever is your quick emergency stuff. Exactly. We've been expecting this. This is absolutely part of the unraveling. Thank you for keeping that in mind because it is. If you remember the card said you asked for change, but you didn't think of the cost. This is the cost. Okay? This is a time to be absolutely prepared for emergency. If you can, order the solar equipment stuff. Order the solar battery packs, solar radios, solar fans, whatever. Just this is prep time now. It is absolutely prep time. And I mean like quickly. I don't mean like wait for the whole month. Just something 2 weeks worth, something. But she feels like a few events. So this feels like three main weather events, and they feel different. So I don't know if we're gonna get shaky-shaky. Probably. It feels kind of shaky-shaky. I'm praying not a hurricane because I'm here in Miami still. But it does feel like a wind event. So there's a shaky-shaky. I do feel like something windy, and I'm going to count on a fire. And it feels like there won't be enough water, so it's going to be somewhere where there's a data center. A data center planned, or a data center is already there. In fact, the fire could be caused by somebody setting fire to the data center and it going out of control. I feel the out of control of it. So that could be what happens. It's somewhere where there's not enough water. Okay, so then we have the Two of Wands. Oh my God. Sorry. These glasses are broken, if you see. And I can't find the other ones. Here's my other leg, my crab leg. Anyway, I haven't felt this heavy stuff in a long time. But this is a warning. This is a warning. And remember, they're stealing, but underneath it, this also is a card of strategy. So things are actually coming together. Wheel of Fortune is right behind it. Seven of Wands is we will survive it. We will be able to fight off the worst of it. However, we're still gonna feel okay. We're still gonna feel. Oh, Superstorm Sandy? Oh no, there's a Hurricane Sandy. South Jersey. It went all the way up there? Where the heck was I in 2022? Oh, 2012. Okay, 2012. I think that's when my friend moved to New York. Is that Superstorm Sandy? But see, I knew that was going to happen. I knew one was going to come to New York because I was planning to move to New York. But I had looked up all the hurricanes because that's what I do. Yeah, because it was like September or something. I think it was like early September. But anyway, so, you know, like for instance, I'm looking up Tennessee, and the county I want to live in is like the third highest for tornadoes. Oh my God, no. Oh yeah. So to finish that superstorm thing, so I looked up hurricanes. I looked up tsunamis because California was also on my mind. So I looked up tsunamis, and I saw that hurricanes tend to hit New York every 60, 68 years. It was something around that. I know it was in the 60s. And it was due. And I was like, I can't move to New York until it hits. Oh my God. Yeah. And my friend moved like a few weeks before it hit. Anyway. So, okay. Anyway, so the Two of Wands here in reverse, stuck at home. Oh. They're not going to do another pandemic. They're not going to do another shutdown, though. There's no way they would do that. What is that about? Because ooh, okay. See, I can't even look at the other words because every time I go to the stuck at home list, is the crawly up my head. Okay, so I'm staying at the stuck at home. Oh man, is this a nuclear threat or like a bomb threat? Like what would have us stuck at home? What would have us stuck at home? That doesn't look like a health card. That's why I'm wondering because it's just the it's the Two of Wands in reverse, and it's something about the world holding it in his hands. It feels like panic again. I'm wondering, I tried to put martial law through my head, which could kind of explain the seven of wands here. But, okay, there's chills there. There's chills there. So this does feel like some kind of government policy yet again. I think they're going to try to strong arm us. This is what that feels like. We're giving them too much time and space to get this stuff together. Stuck at home. I don't know. It feels like, I know there are primaries in August. It could just be specifically a city having a bomb threat. Stuck at home. Or it could be all the smoke from the fire trapping people inside because the air quality is too bad. What is this? Diarrhea. Ugh. Don't tell me that cyclo thing. It's in Florida now, so. I don't know. I'm not exactly feeling martial. I'm just not. It's not sticking. I'll put that down to write on. And we can't be scared of it because it's the threat they keep using. So it's like, come on, get it over with already, Jesus. So we can see it's not that bad and just snap together and fight back. And I'm not saying it won't be bad. I'm just saying, like, the fear of something is always worse than the actual thing. But there's a Six of Cups, and this is a tranche. This is a release. This is the Eppies. This is the Eppies. Okay. Remember, y'all, temperance is working. Temperance is working. It's just trying to restore the balance. That's all this is. We got to shaky-shaky. We got to get things out. We got to scorch it down. This is all this is getting rid of the artificial. Just remember that. Like, if you got to breathe through it and say, okay, this is to get rid of it. This is to get rid of it. This is what you got to do. Let's see what's beneath all of this. The shaky-shaky. Hold on. I don't know why I keep calling it shaky-shaky, but that's what it feels like. Stuck at home. I don't know. What's beneath this? What is... Okay. Jesus, that was fast. What's beneath this? Rotten tooth. The smile is intact. The pain is private. The decay is structural and inevitable. Okay. And then filter. You're not comparing yourself to others. You're comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. That doesn't feel like it's relevant. Oh, here we go. Damn, there's two things. Stagnant water. Safety became a pond. Comfort became a lid. Now it's just warm, standing death. And then the leak. The problem isn't the drip. It's the rot growing in the dark, paid for with your peace of mind. Fudge, man. All right, so this is the rotten tooth card. Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor. Okay, it's a lot of primaries in August. I think that's what that is. I think it because bomb threat keeps coming back to me. So I think that's what it is there's going to be major bomb threats across the country. China has had high amounts of COVID in the last month. You know, this is about the time that they had it when COVID itself started. They had it around this time, August, September. I think they started in July. And it hit us about November. They won't say it did. I think they still say it. It was like January, February. But it hit us in November because people had that flu that wouldn't go away. And then a lot of people had that I almost died in like December and stuff. Yeah. And people had this cough that wouldn't go away for like 4 weeks. Yeah. So we had it in like November. Um, what am I saying? Bomb threats. I think it's bomb threats, y'all. It feels like bomb threats, and I hope not, because I am working at the polls this year. But that's what it feels like. It feels like bomb threats. Sorry. Because bomb threat is how they switched the thing last time. Yeah, no, there was some in September here. Because back when they were tracking things, I had started reading about the wastewater, and they were saying when it started showing up in the wastewater. And I was like, oh, so months ahead of time. Anyway, so here's stagnant water. It looks like the reflection pool. And here's the leak, which I feel like it's the main symptom of COVID. This one is a rash and fatigue for weeks. No, not any of the COVIDs I had. It was for my kids, and the rash is when your body attacks yourself. But not the COVID I had. That first one was horrible. Ooh, the dividend. Okay, yeah. I think this is okay. So here's what I'm looking at overall, y'all. The overall of America looks like a lot of stress and strain. But the very first message we got in the beginning was this is necessary. Okay. 72 mutations. Yikes. Okay. So far we have major health event for the third person. The third person on the judgment card. So that could definitely be our AI guy, and or it is the justice, the black justice. I think we're getting that Susie's actually getting fired, but she's going to step down for health reasons. This one's I'm a little questionable on. It feels like because I don't know. It's one of two things. Because we got the two cards we got in the Lindsay reading where we discovered that Lindsay was actually not marked here, but over there when he was with a partner. We got those same two cards. So I'm like, are we going to learn that that's actually what happened? Is that part of the leak that's going to happen? Is that we learn he was actually like allegedly for entertainment purposes poisoned over there? Or is there a new person who is going to be handled by vodka? Then we also are looking at stock market panic. Again, I heard 401ks tanking. And then apparently it looks like 3 bad weather events. Right now, I'll look into it and see if there's going to be martial law, or are we looking at bomb threats? And I think we're looking at bomb threats at big primaries because that's what is used to allow them to go in and switcheroo. And thank you. It's because they have them infiltrated with some of their people to work the thing. All right. But interesting, y'all. We got a Queen of Wands in our corner, and we got that devil being released from the devil, okay? And we have that big stick. So this could, like I say, be them releasing this for us. Queen of Wands is a little scary, though, because that tends to be Ira, though it's not in the reverse. And then we have a Strength card, and we have the Emperor down, and then we have Narco. And now we're finally getting Pentacles because I see a Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles being, I forgot who Queen of Pentacles is. And then there's a Nine of Wands. And then there's a Four of Cups. So it's not all doom. I'm telling you, it's not all doom. But we're going over the big events. We're just going over the big events. I promise you. They're not liking that progressives. Yeah, I think there's going to be threats because of that. Back to school next week. Yep. We have an orientation next week. Exactly. So now all those diseases are going to go into the petri dishes called schools. And so let's get ready for September, October, November, December, January, and February of diseases. Yes, we got the Queen of Swords very early on before I got into the energy cards. And that feels like our foreign females who are over foreign groups of allies. So, yes. Look, oh my gosh, she came back. I'm telling you, she's going to help issue things in because she realizes this is for the benefit of her country as her countries as well. So, change is coming, you guys. Change, big change is coming. You know, think about it. When you have a baby and you have to give birth, you're going through a primitive thing where you have like one foot in the door as you're bringing a baby from spirit world into real world. Like there's some major shit happening when you're delivering a baby, whether you're getting cut open or pushed open. And all of it is pain. Okay? All of it is pain to birth something new. We're getting the new. Your suspect zeros are going to ring. Listen, my son catches everything. I get COVID from him every time. I caught that razor blade one last year. I was not happy about that. And then the year before that, because I go to a clinic for my doctor, so I'm exposed to a whole bunch of people. I caught like, I didn't catch cyclo whatever, but I might as well. When I hear people talking about that cyclo thing, I'm like, oh, I think I had that for my birthday 2 years ago because I was out for a whole week, self-handling. Just like, y'all don't come in this room and then keep the bathroom open. So I can imagine what those people are going through because I think I went through it. Anyway, so this is interesting. I got King of Wands, but I got it in the upright. So this is the country leaders. So this is the country leaders because whenever I saw this, this would be like it's interesting. Okay. The Queen of Swords would be like the entity. Licking doorknobs. Okay, the Queen of Swords would be like the entity. So say UN, NATO, ACC. Queen of Swords is like the entity that these women are over. But the King of Wands are the men. Macron, Carney. I was going to say Starmer was part of it, but I don't know if they're still keeping him in the loop. They might, because I don't know if they're going to put the new guy in the loop. That's a good question. But these are the men who are, okay, I just saw Vladimir as part of that too. So that's interesting. So we see the White House down, and then we see this trapped thing. But right after that is Four of Cups in reverse and Shady. I don't know, y'all. It's weird. I'm like, this feels like a soft soup with a C. That they're going to push this guy out. I think they're going to push him out. See, this is the exchange. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Scamming. One-sided charity. Abuse of power. It's interesting. If this was in the upright, I would be like, dang, we got it again. Because this is employment. And this is what we got to prove. Yeah, see, they're fighting. That infighting is crazy. Listen, at least we're just getting into the book now, child. Hold on. I gotta put my dark glasses back on, y'all. We're just getting into the book because everything else was the prologue and the introduction. Now we are getting into the chapters of the book. We are there, y'all. We are there. And it really sucks that this Nolan shit and all this other stuff is happening because that keeps the race part of it alive as opposed to people coming together to fight against this thing. It's But okay. There's a, damn it, where did I put that black one? There's a little fortune card here. It's so crazy because I'm like, I looked dead at that other set of glasses and was like, okay, I gotta put them on. You know what? I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta go really dark. We're just going real dark today. Okay. The instant relief. Okay. So anyway, that's Wheel of Fortune. And what else? Oh, see, more. Releasing from the devil, the broken social contract, and I think the pedo guys are about to get exposed. That feels like that might be what the Six of Cups was about, is the pedo guys getting exposed. It is definitely going to be, it's definitely going to be an interesting month. It feels really, really, really heavy. But that said, it's, babes, can I please get to the thing? Oh, man. Okay. 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 I will read these later because they were turned over. Ten of Swords. How about that? Ten of Swords followed by the Tower. Followed by those leaders. Followed by the Ten of Pentacles. Followed by the Wandering Ghost. Followed by the Queen of Cups. Oh, England does still have a king, right? And he's old. He doesn't have a beard though. Does Spain still have a king? They're taking over. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be trusting my soul to know Shady Vance. But I do think he is being used. Because, okay, here's what's also interesting is the women. We have the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords out again. And I'm getting chills big time. Y'all, there is going to be some massive, I'm going to use the word interference here, but I think this is later in the month because I feel this, and look, there's a Four of Cups, so it's talking about something changing, and then there's another four here, the Four of Pentacles, and it's reducing. Four of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles, and this is Five of Pentacles. So we got three Pentacles in a row, but this Pentacle, the Five of Pentacles, is in reverse, and this is getting help, and this is recovering. So, I forgot where I was going. Okay. The cards that fell are the Ten of Cups in reverse. There's a huge breakdown amongst Congress. It's a huge breakdown. There's a big rift amongst Congress. Judgment's here. Oh, that's what I was saying. Towards the end of the month, right? Again, after the 20s. Towards the end of the month, it feels like, because the first, if, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Because I feel like somebody lifting a boulder. I'm just going to say a boulder. Like it feels like people lifting a big rock and then trying to carry it out. Like trying to sneak away, like the Seven of Swords. Like try to sneak away with it. And then everybody's like, blow the whistle. That's it. Game over. We're coming in. Like it just feels like, no. No, no, no. You would crash the world's economy. you'll throw us into a war. It's just like, no. It feels like no. It feels like a really, really, really big no. But towards the end of the month. Because these grifters are going to try to do a big overhaul. And it's like, no. That is when they're going to commit a really big betrayal. And the leaders are going to step in and be like, no. That's it. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Here's the evidence of everything. You guys suck. Blah, 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 blah. It feels like interference is a word, but rescuing. I don't want to say rescuing because we got to do our thing too, but they have something they're working on, y'all. High priestess with this queen who will never go away. High priestess with this queen who's not going away. They're working on something. They have something up their sleeve. So, and remember, the Five of Pentacles comes in reverse. This is relief, recovery, a positive change. So it's a shift. And then I just split the deck and there's a Knight of Swords here. So there's some fast movement around the end of the month. Yeah, it just feels like a absolutely not. Nope, too far. I don't know what that could be. Is it the stock market crashing thing? It's a absolutely not, too far. Okay, so let's take it week by week. It's not 6 weeks, but because today technically counts as one. 6 of Cups and a 9 of Wands. All right, so taking it week by week. So we're going to loop in today with next week. So we're going to count week 1 as, and we're doing this at 78 minutes. We're going to count week 1 of August as the 1st through the 8th. Shadow Blossom. You need both sunlight and darkness to bloom fully. So this is our energy read of the week. You need both sunlight and darkness to bloom fully. So that's a big reminder, y'all, that this dark stuff is necessary, okay? This is not a doom and gloom reading. This dark stuff is necessary. Roses need thorns, okay? And roses stink anyway. I don't like them. All right, so week 1 is Shadow Blossom, okay? And if you see that, so there. Roses need thorns. All right, what are we reading with? This one? Okay. Can you tell me what's going to lie beneath? Let's see if we can figure out what is going to happen this week with these. Are we doing the... Okay. The discarded. What does that mean? You keep starting the story of your life over, ashamed of the previous chapter. There is no second draft, only accumulation. Let's see how that turns out. So there we go, there we go, there we go. We've never gotten this card in all the readings of these, so this is interesting. You were on last night, I think. I got something big about the 28th to the 31st and 11th through the 14th. I think I saw Lynn's 11th and maybe the 14th. Oh, you just saw those dates. Lynn's. Lynn's as in Graham? Because he did die on the 11th. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Elise, that's helping. You can't hide your secrets. Okay, that is helpful. That does feel like a Congress thing. I wonder who they're meeting with. Are they on vacation yet? All right, so let's see week 1. Can you show me week 1 of August? The 1st through the 8th. Week 1 of August. Week 1. Week 1 of August. The 1st through the 8th. Can you show me? Do I count that? No. Okay. It's interesting. I'm going to show you, though, but I'm not going to count it. Oh, you mean Mitch. So, isn't that interesting? That's the card that was coming out, but it's like, don't count it. So, all right. Week 1 of August. Week 1 of August. And then I dropped the card. And, oh, man. Y'all. We're going to start off on a bad note. That's really interesting. I think they're going to start with the thing that triggers the leaders. Oh, wow. And there's a high priestess again. In reverse, though. I think they're going to start with the thing. I know. Oh, my God. Hold on. Let's do this bail real quick. Let me clean our energies here. Real quick. Let's clean these card energy right quick. Dang, the moon already passed. I might have to sprinkle them some full moon water. Hold on. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you. Yay. Okay. Okay. All right, week 1. August 1st through the 8th. Okay. I doubt they'll do it that fast. Week 1. The first week? That'd be crazy if they do it the first week. Because now I got the Emperor in reverse. Week 1. Week 1. Week 1, August 1st through the 8th. Oh, shit. Okay. We're coming out the gate swinging, y'all. Oh, my God. We're coming out the gate swinging. I don't know. That might be the heart event. Because look what came back. Bro, that might be the heart event that they put on for people to see. Oh, no. I think that might be turtle. Look, Temperance is saying it's okay. Remember, y'all, it's okay. It is okay. This is balancing. Page of Pentacles is some new thing. We're coming out the gate swinging. Oh my God. Okay, so Judgment. Emperor in reverse. He was an emperor. I mean, Michi Poo was an emperor. He was emperor energy for real because he had them people like that. They did whatever the fuck he said. Okay. And then we have a heart event. I think we are definitely losing Mitch this week. After the 3rd or 4th. I think so. I think so. I think he's going to fill our 3rd coffin. Well, our 2nd coffin. So we still have that 3rd one to go to. For a laugh, my daughter sleeps in the same bed. I just woke up and it's kind of night walker. Yeah, my kids are funny. Oh, you're on vacation. Lovely. Okay, y'all, I think this is it. I think we're losing Mitch this week. Okay. What else is happening? Yeah, I definitely think we're losing Mitch this week. Is that? Okay. Queen of Pentacles and the Magician. That's Ashley and Musk. Yeah, the Empress and the Three of Cups. That's two threes. Okay, that's three threes actually, because the Three of Swords is on here, and I see the Ace of Swords peeking out in reverse. Now, normally this is in reverse, but normally for the Magician this would be in reverse, and this would count as Musk, because I'm not feeling Pope energy off of this. I could be wrong actually. Hold on, because this is an Empress. Oh, these are two majors. No, that's the Queen of Pentacles. The Empress is right here. So she's here. Okay, wait, you just gave me chills over the Empress. I don't know who the Empress would be. Because she's not in reverse and she's normally vodka. I don't know who she would be. That would not be Candace. Candace is usually Queen of Wands. All the pregnant ladies gave birth to their children. And it's an Empress in the upright. Okay, so there's something new then. I don't think that's a person. All right. Oh, the sister. I forgot about the sister. Oh, man. Okay. Queen of Pentacles is Ashley. And if y'all remember, in our little preview yesterday, we had an Ashley and Musk preview. But he's not in reverse, so that's throwing me a little bit. Let me actually get some, let me just stop asking myself, what am I doing? And let's see. Let's see. Nobody's perfect. Interesting. Why is that happening? But you're perfect for me. Okay. Now it's interesting because this Nine of Wands in his deck has the first word recovery, but it also has no fight left. I want to call your name. Oh. Okay. I think I'm definitely going with this being Musk because the cards are falling to the floor. And he's like, look at my wand, not at my cards. Yeah, look, y'all, it's the Lovers in reverse. This is definitely Ash and the Magician. And look at the Ace of Wands. I told you, he said, look at my wand. Okay, so that's really interesting. That did back me up as to who this is. This is her growing in power and creativity. But he's trying to wield the wand as if he's the one. But magicians are fake. So, because if you look at him, yeah, so if you look at him, look at the cards falling to the floor, and he's like, look over here, and he's winking and stuff. So yeah, we're going to go with that being Musky Rat. And what did I miss with Becky? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, baby. But you're perfect for me. Yeah, I think that is going to be him. All right, so Ashley. All right, so we got a turtle event happening. I think Ashley's going to return to her social and drop some stuff. Oh, we're going to hear about their case. And I think we're going to get some more soldiers home. Oh, man. And I think we're going to reveal some epi names. Or somebody's going under the bus for it. Because here's an Eight of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. I think first sacrifice is about to be made. Because that's a Four of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil card, and the Epi Man. Somebody's going under the bus. We're about to learn a big name. Big name. or another one is going to turn up dead. All right, something big happening in the epi world. Something big is happening in the epi world. Somebody's biting the dust this week. We're going to get another big drop from the Queen of Pentacles, the Gabby girl, Ashley, and she's going to. Okay, I was going to say, is she going to try to redeem him? But no, the lovers are in reverse. Oh, and she was the discarded with all of the evidence that she's been collecting. Oh. And then Mitchie was discarded. This is so thematic because the epi guy they're about to sacrifice and let name slip to satisfy the masses, he's a discard. Then you have Mitchie Poo is a discard. Ashley was a discard. And the soldiers are discarded. So I think we're going to have another soldier come home. Another set of soldiers come home. And the number is going to tick up to like 2 more people. And we know it's probably like times. Okay. And see the Empress and then the 6 of Cups. This is definitely... The Empress and the 6 of Cups. This feels like someone giving us the information with regards to the big name that's going to be sacrificed. Huh. The Empress. That's usually a vodka card, but she's in the upright, the Empress. All right. That's what week 1 looks like. Is there a lot more stuff that can happen? Absolutely. It will be happening. We still have the stuff on the street that happens with the cold block boys. All that's still there. But I didn't see any knights, so I didn't really read on them. We got some infighting coming. And I do think we're going to have a military impact because the Chariot's in reverse. So I think something big is going to happen over there. That's going to take our number up to 2. Up 2 more. Oh, we have 3 pentacles here. Is this week 2? Oh no, this is more stuff for week 1. Okay. All right. So there's infighting going on, which we know. I do think they are going to walk away from Blanche. I think it's a wrap on this. Because that's been long awaited, but it's a 7 of Pentacles. It's not going to happen. They can't juggle it. He's just too bad of a candidate. So there is somebody new that they're going to try to bring on. And I don't know if they're going to get it in before they spirit world this man. Because Blanche got to leave by October. LG? Oh, Lionsgate. That's right. There's going to be something worth celebrating, so this is good. I think it's some hidden stuff coming out to light. This feels like this is a reason to celebrate. The celebration could be because homeboy's gone, because it could have something to do with the congressman leaving. Now, this is the part that's interesting to me because it's the one that's on the table. Hold on. We have the 3 of Cups, and then we have, kegs. Kegs and some karma. And then there's Shady. It's a war thing. Why is there 3 8s? Is that 3 8s or 2 8s? Okay, that's 2 8s. That's the 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords. Oh my God, an Ace of Swords. Oh, they're gonna lie. What? Oh, is that the falsie? Hold on. Oh, not that song coming back. Okay, so we have the Pentacles. They just got extra time with Banshee? No, I don't think so. I think they're not going to push him through. Because remember he was going to get it, and then it was like, nope, he's not getting it. Because it was like, and I think because he got through day one, that counts as he's good. But then day two is like, pause. And then it's like, nah, we're finna go to recess without this. I don't think this is what the fight is about. That's what the 501 card is about. Is they're still trying to make Tillis and whatever do it, and no. And I think I just heard somebody say recently, they were like, because Tillis them are hard headed and they have nothing to lose, they're probably just gonna wait until January and try it again. But here's the thing, I don't think we got January. I just don't think we have January. All right, so it's 444. All right, so we got the Two of Cups, we have the Page of Cups in the middle in reverse, and then we have the Nine of Cups. He just made a deal. Who'd you make a deal with? Who did Narco Coolio make a deal with just now? Or is that your drug dealer? Because it's Two of Cups, but that's a partnership. And then it's Nine of Pentacles. There's no death card. I was going to be like, it might be cool if it's an over. The U.S. Treasury has informed a number of banks that it may intervene in the Japanese yen market on Friday, and they should stand ready for future action. What does that mean? A number of banks that it may intervene in the Japanese yen market. What does that mean? Don't tell me that's what this deal is. Because it's Nine of Pentacles. Partnership and a deal. Don't tell me that's what that is. Why would the Japanese woman do that? What does that mean? Intervene Japan intervene. U.S. Treasury intervenes to support yen. Oh, we all going down. Japan spent a record $73 billion intervening in foreign exchange markets between late May and early May. Oh, damn you, Scott. But the brief boost, what is that? Where'd it go? Damn you, Scott. Damn you, Scott. You're so bad for us. Like, literally, his job is to tank us. Like he did the UK market. That literally is his job. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes. I'm so entertained. Why is it all behind firewalls? This is important stuff. It should not be behind a firewall. Paywall, I mean. U.S. Treasury informed banks that it may intervene in... The hell does that mean? I think so, because they intervene in April through... Why do I get a feeling Narco can speak Japanese? I don't know, that just felt weird. I think this was his partner. Said in a strong relationship. Japan's economy continues to perform well under Takashi. On Thursday, he said the yen seemed very undervalued to me and that Takashi was enacting strong policies that could help. We think excess volatility in the yen isn't healthy. You're full of shit, Scott. They called it in. And that the yen has substantially overshot what would be called an equilibrium price. They called in their money. Because if you remember, that's around the time they were threatening to call it in. Ah, okay. That's what they call it when we did it to Argentina last year. She played you. Okay. She was about to crash us. I told you, they're propping us up. Yes, they're propping us up. It's all smokes and mirrors. This shit is about to. Okay. That's what that is. That is what that is. Because there's the Two of Cups, right? So the lovers, the partnership, Narco's in the middle, which I think would be the person who's actually doing the diplomatic conversations. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So again, the discarded, that is the thing. Our treasury bonds are being discarded. They're being called in. Oh, I'm sorry, baby girl. I'm so sorry. But I will say this is all necessary. Okay, let's get to week 2. You have to remember the full moon reading because that goes over August. And the full moon reading was focus on you. Okay, so let's see. Week 2. This is just knowledge of what's coming. Preparation. But I do think these countries are about to intervene. Okay. Week 2. So week 2 brings us to August 9th through the 15th. That feels resonant. It feels like something's interesting going to happen there. What is happening for week 2 of August? The scar. It will not disappear. It will become a map, a reminder of of what split you open and that you closed. Okay, I like that actually. And the parasite, which will be them, and the poison. Okay. So, the scar is the one that hit the table. Ooh, Max food. Oh my God, yes. Hey, Juanita. Okay, so the scar is what hit the table. So, that is, oh, you beat it on the 18th. Awesome sauce. They hold over 1 trillion. God, dog. So they were definitely in a position of bargaining, for sure, because it wasn't actually bargaining. That's really good. Okay, so the scar. Listen to this again. It says, it will not disappear. It will become a map, a reminder of what split you open and that you closed. Y'all hear that? So it splits you open. It doesn't kill you, but it reminds you of what you don't ever want to do again. Okay? And what is that thing that splits you open? The poison and the parasite. The poison is the toxicity you ignore is a dose you're choosing to swallow daily. Okay, so again, this is a really good time to get prepared. Because depleted just followed right behind it. It says you poured from an empty vessel. Now even the echo of generosity is gone. So you can't even pretend to be generous right there. And the parasite, they didn't take your light. They convinced you it was your duty to hold a lamp for them forever. Oh, look at that. They didn't take your light. They convinced you to hold the lamp for them. Yeah, that sounds like people who hold water for the corrupt class. And they're like, no, they're so amazing. Okay, kid. All right. So, am I using these? Oh, okay. Change of cards. Thank you. Week 2 is the scar. So what are we looking at for? Ooh, 7 of Swords. There's the sneakiness. I was wondering when it was going to show up. But remember, it's not just sneaky, it's strategic. 4 of Wands. Okay, 4 of Wands is a celebration. What the heck? The Queen of Wands. What? 5 of Pentacles. Okay. And Page of Pentacles. All right. What is all of these things? Anything else? 10 of Wands. All right. Week 2. Okay. So I think this is going to be the tipping point week because I have Temperance in reverse. And then I have the 9 of Swords, though, in reverse. So I think this is tipping point week. Remember, there's a duality to that 7 of Swords that we had before. We had the stealing on one hand, but we also have the strategy underneath with the other group of people. So I think it's the same thing here. We have Temperance out of balance here. So that's them trying to, put it on them. But then we have the 9 of Swords in reverse, meaning they cannot take it from us. They want to jump on us, right? They just want to spring and ambush us, but we're not going to be ambushed. We are not going to be ambushed. You don't get to do that, sir. Okay, and then the 7 of Pentacles. Again, something they've waited for a long time is not about to happen. So all this they're doing for, whatever they're doing this for, this thing is going to collapse. Just understand, week 2 is that week. Week 2 is the scar. How do you drown in donuts? Week 2 is the star. Ooh, food trucks. All right, so we have 7 of Swords. All right, so 7 of Swords is, like I said, it's the stealing on one hand, and it is the strategy on the other. Now, in this particular deck, it's pretty interesting because look at this. You have her watching with a blade in her hand, and then several other blades sticking in the ground. But the ground is magical. It's lit. So it feels like there's protection here. That's the first word that I got when I was looking at this a few seconds ago, is that there's still protection here. The strategy of protection. So there's this one of trying to rob you, but there's still 6 more, the strategy of protection. And if you remember, a 6 of Swords is about transition anyway. So I think this is going to be it. I think this is going to be the corrupt week. Like, this is the tipping point week. Because there's a 4 of Wands here, which is supposed to be a celebration. Interesting, though. They made this a spiritual absolute. You see 2 wands on each side. So whatever transpires in this middle is going to be for our greatest good at the end. No matter if it's going to be negative happening in that house, it is going to come back to us as a positive. It will be transmuted because this is spiritual absolute. So, considering it's following that 7 of Swords card, I'm going to go there. Now, the Queen of Wands in reverse, yeah, this feels like transition week. The Queen of Wands in reverse, this feels like Ira. So I think we're going to try to do something stupid. And I think that's part of what's going to mark it as transition week. We're going to do something stupid, and it's going to cost lives. We're going to do something stupid, and it's going to cost lives. This is Five of Pentacles. It's going to cost us money, but it's going to cost us lives, and it's going to cost us standing. Oh, this feels like when somebody really crosses the line into crimes against humanity. Okay. So the last two cards are Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. The crazy thing about this is mostly a Wand and Pentacle reading with the stealing as the only sword. Now this Page of Pentacles, this card compared to all the other cards is light. Like, look at this. I'm going to show you these other cards. So we have this darkness, right? It's pretty dark here. And then we have kind of some pretty darkness here. There's a little bit of light here, but it's pretty dark. This is the lightest card here. I think this really is transition point. This is the Page of Pentacles. This is about learning something new, starting to do something new, because then it's followed by a Ten of Wands. This is the work. I'm getting chills really big. This is transition week. This is transition week. This is where it changes. This is where it changes. Okay. Because there's a question here of how do we get out of this? How do we get out of the thing that they're going to cause or start? And the Page of Pentacles feels like, I know. How about we kill him already? Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. How about we do something different? I have an idea. That's what this feels like. I mean, the dude's already sick, right? That definitely feels like that. So the second week of August, to put it into something, it is transition week. That's like the phrase that I have for this. Yep, you did too, right? It is transition week. Whatever does happen though, with regards to this White House that they think they're celebrating, because remember, whatever they're celebrating, we're not, right? Because that's just something. Whatever that is going to be used for our greater good because it will be spiritually transmuted. That I do know. Then with the Queen of Wands, this feels like something stupid. The Queen of Wands and the Five of Pentacles feels like something really stupid overseas. And it's going to cost lives. It's going to cost the rest of our reputation. I think that's when we get put on the list. And then we have Page of Pentacles and Ten of Wands. That's the work. That's the work. I got a different idea. There's something new. Let's put this together. So on one hand, it feels like them. It feels like some kind of light in the dark. And then, okay, let's get the messaging out. Like that type of thing. I do feel like they're going to transition over. Wait, okay, hold on. Am I still here? Yeah. This is the Two of Pentacles. Look how much light. They're really, really, really weighing this idea. They're really weighing this idea, and I think it's winning. I think the idea is winning. There's a star, so this is especially at, y'all, I think this came out exactly the same way last night. Look at this. The star and the three of hearts. Three of hearts. Three of swords. That's Izzy trying to get loyalty out of our new leader that they're propping up. And they're aware. Because there's the Queen of Swords again. She's reaching for her sword in the dawn. Dawn comes after night. And we've been in the night. We've been in the dark for a while. Not as long as you could be, because you know these things could be 20 years or more. But since we're in this age of reckoning, everything is happening so much faster. So the Queen of Swords is reaching for her sword after this week, after transition week. And I think it's because they want that boo-boo. They want the Yahoo. They want the Yahoo. There you go. Strength card. That's a yes. And you see she's aiming. They're done. The world is done with this guy. I don't understand the UK and all. That's why UK is out, because they're full of shit. They're over here arresting people if they talk against the Izzy. Okay. Hey, Ladybug. All right. So, wait. Oh, man. Damn. Okay. Yep. Okay. There's a Four of Swords. Escaping justice. And being stuck and stagnant. So they are going to, I think they're going to change I think they're going to transition him. Because there's the Six of Pentacles, and then there's the Six of Cups. Okay, yeah, I think they're going to transition him. Because then I'm looking at a card that says the Emperor, and then the Nine of Wands in reverse. I think they're going to transition him. I could be wrong, but right now it feels really strong that that's going to happen. And even though I said that last night, I was watching some of the other readings today, and they're getting the same thing. I don't know if it's astrology. I don't know astrology. I know intuition, and that's what I'm getting. There's definitely something about the manifestation and the Chariot here. There's a movement that's going to happen, and you see it's a sunrise. It's starting to happen, and then the sun peeking through the dark forest again. We're about to get light. It's just got to get a little darker, just a little bit. Remember, we knew this was happening. We knew this was coming. All right, so we're going to week 3. Week 3 is the 16th through the 22nd. Week 3 is the 16th through the 22nd. Okay, now remember, this is the scar for week 2. This is what we are going to remember for here on out. Whatever this thing is that they're doing. Week 3, 16th through the 22nd. Ooh, no, that was me. Week 3, 16 through the 22nd. Why did I keep... Okay. See? Yep. Betrayal, ghosted, and ashes. And quicksand. Okay. Yeah, so betrayal. The knife wasn't in your back. It was in the hand you were holding. Okay. Ghosted. They didn't leave a corpse. They left a shape only you can see, and you keep setting a place for it at the table. And ashes. This is not ruin. This is cleared ground. Nothing false can grow here now. I love that. I really love that card. Like, you see it? Look at that. There's still so much promise and life and light there. So this is ghosted. And then this is betrayal. Yeah, left off the L. So you got somebody going into your safe. So that makes sense, doesn't it? Somebody going into your safe. Putting them in those positions really is betrayal. Okay, and then quicksand, I saw So quicksand is they keep you comfortable in the trap. Every cushion is another inch down. All right. The ashes, ashes. We all fall down. Okay, week 3. What are we reading with? Okay. You didn't have to turn my head that hard. All right, we're reading with the old babies. All right, and I'm gonna nix one question after this. Okay, week 3, August 16 through the 22nd. Week 3, August 16 to the 22nd. Week 3, week 3. Oh, lovely. Interesting. Interesting. What hit the ground or the table is the Hierophant card. Y'all know that usually stands for government, but I'm going to go with the word guidance on here. That's interesting. It asks the question, how can you find spiritual guidance and mentorship? This feels like guidance. Okay. Then we have the Page of Sword and the Ace of Cups. This is newness, y'all. Oh, definitely. The Four of Cups in reverse. This is newness. Okay. I like it. And then the Two of Pentacles is finally in the upright. I like it. Clear choice, the celebration. Come on, I like it. This is a very emotional week, though. I just realized that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 cups out of the 7 cards on the table. So let me remind you, week 3, this is about the ashes. Things got to burn down, okay? Now, I don't know if this is the week that we get that wildfire or something, but things got to burn down in order for realness, okay? So, like I said, we have the Hierophant here. I'm getting guidance here. And I mean guidance as in other leadership guidance. The Page of Swords is often my whistleblower card. This is, it's a weird week because it seems to be extremely positive. This is such a weird week. After all the heaviness of the first 2 weeks, this week 3 is so much lighter. There's new opportunities, emotional renewal. There's new beginning and clarity and spiritual awakening. There's spiritual guidance and guidance. Wow. This is an interesting week. I need some help with this one. So, thank you. Okay. Because, like, I'm not reading government stuff off of this at all. Like, not really. You know, it's weird. Like, I could read it off the other one. But this particular week is like the spirits, like the spiritual world is stepping in. Oh my goodness. Is there any chance it's like a disclosure or something? Because this is the 8 of Wands with that messaging. What is happening? Why is this week so spiritual? What is happening about this week? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't throw stuff at me. So interesting. So there's a Fool card here. Again, new stuff, new journey. But I have a Five of Swords and a Six of Swords and a Wheel of Fortune. Okay. If week 2 was transition week, week 3. I don't I don't want to call it. Okay, so 5 is conflict. 5 of Swords is conflict, and 6 in reverse is stagnation and not being able to move forward. Huh, okay. I think this right here is a message for us directly after 2 weeks of really, really, really hard stuff. It just feels like such an uplifting and hopeful injection of energy. It's like, don't give up. It's kind of like how that's coming in. Oh, that's interesting because then I look over and there's the Nine of Wands about you'll survive this, like stand strong. It feels like a direct message. Okay, Five of Swords. Let me look and see if there's a different meaning here. Five of Swords, Six of Swords that I can go with. I mean, I appreciate the injection, but it's like, show me something. Or are you telling me? Oh, God. Remember, it did it to us last month where it was like, it only gave us the first 2 weeks, and then I had to keep coming back for each week because things were shifting that fast. Okay, so Five of Swords, dirty deeds, humiliation, a victory through deceit. Stormy. Oh, that's Weather Week. Oh, that's Weather Week. Stuck. Remember, stuck in the house was one of our cards. So stuck. Can't seem to get. Okay, that's Weather Week. Travel delay. Six of Swords. Okay, that's Weather Week. Whoa. Okay. It feels like a hurricane or something. It does. It feels. Yeah. Okay, that's Weather Week. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. That feels like Weather Week. Yep. Yep, because it cancels plans. And what's really interesting is the Six of Swords is in the upright if I kept going in this deck here, but the other one's telling me that I'm not to. So I think we're getting sat on week 3. We got to face things, but it's also, you know what? It feels like visitations. Also, it's weird, okay? It's just really weird. It feels like visitations. And I'm talking like not human. Feels like a week of increased spiritual activity. That's the 16th through this 22nd. Is that correct? Let me write that down. It feels like increased spiritual activity, as well as it being Weather Week. Increased spiritual activity. I don't know, that just came into my head. So what happens around, is that a full moon? No, that would be a new moon, right? Yes, the 12th is a new moon, so that is week 2. So that's not the week we're talking about. Huh. This feels like it's going to be a spirit week. I didn't mean to say spirit week, but it does feel like a spirit week. Visitations. Is that weird? Y'all tell me what you think about that one. Does that resonate with you at all? That feels weird because that's like a message I just got. It was like, this is a visitation week. Okay. I'm going to try the other cards to see if I can get anything with regards to the government. But I was like, and now from our sponsors. Alrighty. Wait, is Ghosted in here? Yes, Ghosted is in here. They didn't leave a corpse. They left a shape only you can see, and you keep setting a place for it at the table. I wonder that it really is Spirit Week. Isn't that weird? Oh no. No. Can't lose cards. Okay. Alright, I gotta put y'all away. Not my favorite deck. I can't lose another. Okay, you get that too. Okay. Because I'm like, I don't understand, but I just heard Spirit Week. And then I looked down and I realized all the cards were spiritual for the most part. Like even the government card, I've never seen the word spiritual guidance leap out, and it did. So, all right. What are we looking at for week 3 on a government level? Y'all, it's still the cups. 8 of cups, 2 of cups, 3 of cups. Okay. And the Hierophant again. So I think it is Spirit Week 1, but now let's see it on a thing. All right. This is benevolence. This is a King of Pentacles in the upright. This is a benevolent billionaire. It's a really weird week. Because, like, I literally just heard, like, taking over. Okay, the 18th is a North Node change. That could make sense. I don't understand it. I don't understand astrology. But that is dead center of, almost dead center. It's a Tuesday of week 3. Because we have the 8 of Cups here and the Moon card again. And then Judgment. Okay. And then Justice. Okay. Don't give me chills, please. And then the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. And then the High Priestess. Okay. I feel like the shift is, okay, if week 2 is transition, week 3 is a shift. Yes. Okay. There we go. Duh. So again, because the King of Pentacles is a provider, and he follows directly. I mean, the Hierophant follows directly. So this feels like some, I won't say overreach, but definitely stepping in to be like, you will do this. You know what I mean? Like, you will do what I say. The spirits are in the White House. Yeah, I do think so. Because the White House is here. Like, there's Fire Woman, Queen of Wands. Again, this is to me like the fiery house women, like Melanie and Jasmine and Summer and so many of them, and those who have their feminine expressed as well. Um, Queen of Wands. Ooh, that's Candace. Candace is finna drop a bomb. And it ties right back to, because look at this. Okay. So like I said, we do have benevolence here. So I'm going to remove this real quick. You have her in between. You have her in between the government and the White House. I think she's about to drop a bomb. She's, because that's kind of where she's going. Like some of the things that I've seen her talking about, I'm like, you're getting closer and closer to the people who are, you're talking about an Andrew, you're talking about but I think you're about to widen your circle. I don't know what she's talking about lately. I haven't paid attention, but I think somebody's sending her something. One, they're sending her something, or they've sent her something, so she's putting it together. Because we have the Three of Cups here. And again, while this is normally my Patermeister card, and it still could reflect that with regards to which one of them are actually in the white. Oh, the solar flash. I don't know what that means either. But it sounds familiar in the spiritual week. I think so, hun. I think this is such a spiritual week because this is the Three of Cups. Oh, yeah, I'm starting to get chatter. Starting to get the chatter. So that means the channeling thing. Nope, don't do it, please, because I'm about to get off soon. All right, so this is those three people. And I don't even know if it's three. It's probably more than three. But for some reason, this feels like the three people who are involved in this Charlie mess. But one of them is also involved in the files mess. It says to expect karmic endings and new life directions from this shift. See, look, okay. I don't know anything about astrology except my signs. You know, Gemini sun, Libra rising, Virgo moon. But y'all, this is a big week for sure because there's the Two of Cups here. So she's going to drop a big expose, but I think she has to be careful. This is the feeling I'm actually getting, though, that she does have to be careful because whatever she's about to drop that third week is going to be a little too close to somebody who don't want to be exposed. That's somebody who's in the house. Okay? There's a Nine of Wands here. There's survival here. There's defensiveness. Battle worn. Like I said, I did see more soldiers coming back home. And then there's that intuition card, and then there's narco. Something about narco and this Ten of Wands. Don't stop coming. And then the Four of Cups again. Okay. Is narco going to be outed? Is he going to be outed? Because I just saw a Queen of Swords in reverse, and that's Susie. Oh, that could be when he sends her home. There's an Eight of Cups here, and like I said, the Moon card. So there's this walking away, finding new paths. If y'all remember, that's what we got for Shady. That he was going to find new paths, and he was going to... Oh, yeah, we got these two cards. He's going to find new paths, and he's going to lie to whoever it is that's threatening him to bow down to Izzy. He's going to say, yeah. And then, like, no. Because there's judgment here. We got this for him last night. That it doesn't mesh with his belief system. And then he had the justice card. Listen, y'all, we got these cards for this man last night. Having his mind together, this new thing, the new job. We got these. Okay, this is the shift. Hi, Helen. This is the shift. Um, I don't know. I just mixed up the narco cards and I didn't mean to do that because I wanted to see what the story was totally around him. But narco just made a presence like almost every week that we looked at this, and I don't. It's interesting. Now, Izzy is going to. I think they're going to try to go to Lebanon harder because it feels like they got to hurry up and get things done. But if you remember, I see them getting pushed back, and I think. Oh, thanks, babe. I think this is like I immediately thought drone. So, and I'm getting chills on that. I wonder if that. I know Yuki, the sunflower state, had. I think they said they were going to help Izzy, but it feels like Lebanon's going to have help fighting back. I think so. I think Lebanon's going to have help fighting back. Um, hmm. There's a ghost here. With the hermit in reverse. There's a ghost here. All right. So week 3. Week 3 is the shift. It feels like some spirit week. It feels like who's talking to Zell? What, are you talking about Izzy? Izzy? Whatever. Because you know they be watching us chat. Um, but it feels like Lebanon is about to have help pushing back. And I heard something about the Hamas. I'm trying not to say things right. Having a cease deal or something. Of course, we can't believe it because it's not really coming from the orange. All right, so week 4. Week 3 is interesting. Bet Suze wish she stayed around for that one. Rubes. Oh, he did. Oh, at the yeah. I think they're really trying hard to get this man to say yes, and I think he might say yes. Like he might have to say yes, but he's really like hell no. Okay. Week 4. Meaninglessness. There's that poison again. Mirroring. They reflected only what you wanted to see. You fell in love with your own loneliness given form. Okay, so meaningless. The universe is indifferent. Your meaning is not found. Oh, yes, come on. Okay, the universe is indifferent. Your meaning is not found, it is built. And today, the bricks feel like sand. A reminder that we need to be making meaning of our lives. Okay? So that's week 4. Again, remember, we can't ignore the toxicity. We have to call it out. We don't swallow it. And whomever is in your life that is not a pleasant thing, understand they are a reflection of you. So everybody in your life is a reflection of you. Ugh. And then false idol. That makes sense. You built the altar, you carved the god, you defined the failure. The worship is a circle with no exit. Exactly. This is a change your perception, especially if you understand that God is way bigger than a book. Oh, the news. They call it love. It was a leash disguised as jewelry, measuring your range and smiles. All right. Now I'm just like dropping cards, but all orders tend towards chaos. All energies dissipate. Your fight is not against decay, but for a graceful rate of return to dust. Right. We all die at some point. How do we live is the thing that's up to us. And there's that filter card again. All right, so we're gonna stick with the meaningless and the false idol. That's interesting. At the funeral. At the funeral. Okay, am I using these? Okay. But it's, well, you know, Izzy has body doubles. So, tell me something good. Okay, what are we talking about? Come on, tell me something good for real, though. That's weird. Spirit Week. Okay. I'm going to be on the lookout for that one for real. At least Mercury retrograde is over. Okay, so we're talking week 23. I mean, week 4, which is going to be the 23rd through the 29th. I'm going to leave their dangling participles for a later read, the 30th and 31st. If it was just the 30th, I'd drag it in, but it's both of them, so I'm going to call those the dangling participles. All right, so the 23rd through the 29th, week 4. Ooh, full moon week. I didn't write down the full moon, but I know that's full moon week. Oh, I did. It's the 28th. Sturgeon moon. Partial lunar eclipse. Okay. And it's a lunar eclipse. All right. Week 4. What does it look like on a government level? America. America. Oh. I shuffle, I shuffle, and the same cards come out. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so card to hit the table. 3 of Pentacles. Boy, these little cockroaches won't go down. And then the 6 of Swords. Oh my God. It says refuse to learn and slow to learn. Slow to heal. Refuse to change. All right, let's see what else is here. And then we'll shape it up. That's the 10 of Wands. Too many tasks, overwhelmed, overburdened, overworked. 10 of Wands energy with the High Priestess energy, which is lack of center, lost inner voice, depressed feelings, and secrets. So the hidden agendas here. And underneath those are the 4, which is the Emperor, and the 2 of Cups. Okay. Let's see where we're going. All right. It's so funny because you're talking about people bickering and stuff, right? So Narco, Zell, and Izzy. We have 3 people, 2 on one side and 1 not. And the one that's not is doing the real work. Okay, and then we have a 6. Oh no. Why did you tell me that? Okay, that feels like immigration. 6 of Swords. You see. Feels like immigration. Okay. Let's get more info. There's definitely something secret and hidden about this. What is that? Trouble coming. Oh, okay. Trouble coming. That's not immigration. That's trouble coming. All right. Trouble coming. Izzy himself is trouble. This is a J card. The hidden agendas. That's the thing. Whatever he's telling you, it's not the same. And whatever, whoever that is telling you, it's not the same. And then you're the one left carrying the work and doing the war and doing all that, like having to lead it and stuff. That is not. And then, Zell is, Zell is the freaking queen of, oh my God, I forgot, y'all. Zell is the Queen of Wands in upright. Because remember, got the sunflower card, the lion, the cats, whatever. Because Zell is, he's one of us. Intuitive. Okay. I forgot he was. Okay. Anyway. Um. And this is saying intuition. So this is definitely him like, yeah, I'm not buying this. I think he knows that guy is dead too, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. But I think he knows that the guy with the silver hair and the big nose is dead. So I think he knows that he was arguing with a boomer, a body double. Um, and that's the thing. Zell also knows that we don't have a leader. And that's why his back is straighter than it usually used to be. He used to be a little bit more humbled, and now he's not. Um, sorry. Oh my God. Sorry. That was interesting. Um, it was the beginning of Under the Sea. The seaweed is always greener. Okay. Um, and then I dropped cards, and then it made me jump. Alrighty. So, Under the Sea. All right. So this, I think, was about the discussion that we were having. I don't feel like this is week 4. It feels like the discussion we were having there. It's like they're at an impasse, won't let him go by. They want him to do something. I think, I think he's arguing about GAZA and the other stuff that they're doing because the swords that are in front of them, the trouble that follows the immigrants, I'm going to call them, but they're not immigrants. They're the actual natural people who live there. Um, he's standing up. Rubes looked like he was rolling his eyes, and Zell looked like he was yeah, okay, uh-huh. Yeah, Zell's not listening because he knows both leaders are not there. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. So it's like you can't strong arm him because he can tell. He can tell on both of you. You see, he's the one left holding the cards for real. He has the swords. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. All right, so now can we get into week 4? Mm-hmm. With these? I knew you were going to say no. With what? Under the sea, under the sea, down is better. Take it from me. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, week 4, 23 to 29. 23 to 29. Ooh, okay. That Emperor card returned. Okay. The Emperor card returned. Let's see what's around it. Right now, it looks like we have a 3 of Wands in reverse and a 5 of Wands in reverse. And it looks like you're not going to get to be imperialistic, my dear. You dream about going up there. Cuba just popped in my mind, though. And that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more are you looking for? Oh no. Okay. What is going to happen that week? Whoa. So interesting. I'm going to stop really quickly. I think we're going to have a death that week. We have a 6 of Swords, River of Sticks. I'm calling it River of Sticks this time because of the Hermit card. The Hermit card is a spirit walking for me. We're going to have a death that week. I don't think that's the orange guy. I think he's already done. But that Empress returns. The Empress in the upright. I think we have a death coming that week. Who else? Oh, that's the Clarence week. Didn't we say something about the 22nd or 23rd? I think that's the Justice Man week. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I think so. Look, Tower. Tower card in reverse. We got the Eight of Swords. I think you might find help leaving. Four of Cups. Being obstinate. Trying to defend. But being overwhelmed. And again, Temperance is here. So Temperance is going to make him leave. Because there's his nightmare. And he's not going to be able to put up a fight anymore. Yep, lack of movement. I think this is clearance week. Oh, no. It's either going to be a big old stroke that leaves him, well, I think the big stroke might leave him hospitalized for a while and then he's out. But this is clearance week. And I think that's a stroke. Because that was a lot of sword energy. See, yeah, it came out again. This is health. Long time health. So this is something he's been struggling with. And then he can't fight it anymore. I think this is clearance week. I'm getting chills. And that y'all saw me shuffle. The Eight of Swords again, being trapped in his body. Oh my goodness. That's clearance week. Meaningless. His life has been absolutely meaningless. Queen of Cups. I don't know. We'll see what comes out. Oh. This could be about her run. Is she able to speak truth that week? Oh, new discovery. New discovery. Found and shared. Okay. That's Queen of Cups week. So I think we're going to get something. Something's going to be released about that week. And about those damn files. That's a big, okay. Week 4 is big. I mean, it's all big, but it's big. The survivors are going to sue this guy, Blanche. Yeah, I think they are. I think they've decided to sue. Yep. Unhappily ever after. They're upset with the way it's been handled with the White House. And they do have a lawyer already. They have a couple. They have a team of lawyers. Yep. Team of lawyers who are happy and ready to take on the House. They got some big evidence. I think he spilled something accidentally about his treatment of Jizzy, maybe? Mm-hmm. That Trojan horse, that ugly veneer, or whatever he gave, there was a slip up in there. There's a slip up in there, and so the ladies are planning. They had been tossing it back and forth. He won't make a decision, but they have. They have made a decision. He's trying to pretend like, you know, that he will do what he needs to do, but they are planning to sue. Okay. What else is happening that week? Why you be throwing stuff at me? Okay. I think we're going to get some extremely strong words from people this week, this fourth week. You think you read something about a Supreme Court just ruled Orange doesn't have immunity? Okay. But this guy flew out and said, look at me again. Again, he's in a benevolent position. It's when he's in a negative position that I tend to count him as a tech ollie. But even still, this is an extremely rich person. This is our leaders. They're going to have some very strong words for people. I think there's going to be a declaration of some sort because we have a page talking about something new. There's a partnership here. I think there's a partnership between these two kings. Um, oh, wow. Okay. I got chills on that. I think so. And then these Eight of Pentacles. This is how she lost, was with the fake stuff that they made. So I think those foreign countries are going to declare the evidence of that. And I think these people are going to throw their weight behind different kind of candidates. Um, I don't know. It could, because I don't know. It could. That's all I can say. But there's, oh, Jesus. That gave me chills. Like my hands, my arms are like really chilled up right now. Um, but I haven't seen the magician again. I've only seen it in that pairing with Ashley's card. Um, so, what else is there to do? Okay. The hidden agendas. Yeah, okay. All right. So, week 1 is the tower. Week 2 is the transition week. Week 3 is the shift / spirit week. Week 4 is the reveal. Week 4 is the reveal. Week 4 is to make meaning, make bricks, not sand, to blow away the sand. Okay, I'll be interested in seeing how this turns out. We're gonna leave it right there. Let me peek at a little dingle hopper of Sunday and Monday. Anything special for those 2 days? Depleted. I think that might be the crash, because we got the boiling frog and depleted. So you poured from an empty vessel. Now even the echo of generosity is gone, and the crisis isn't the boiling point. It's 1,000 adjustments you made to tolerate this increasing heat. And then followed by the House of Cards, the lie. All right, so yeah, I think we're in for a very trying month. But remember, this is to get rid of things. This is a month of getting rid of things. The end of the month, the very end of the month, we will know where we're going. We will know about the lies, we will know about the greed, and we will know about, there's a transition, there's the lovers. We're gonna know some things that we're no longer afraid to know. And then I think we're going to be putting some stuff in. People are going to do things that you didn't think they would do. They would speak out in ways you didn't think they would speak out. I think it's going to be a very interesting end of the month as well. Plan. That's all I can say. Hey, babes. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. Y'all know this is where the financial fallout starts to happen in this particular month. Be prepared for it. This is just chickens coming home to roost. There's a Seven of Swords that we started off with. So it's just chickens coming home to roost, but it has to happen. It has to happen because we're in this fight too. They're not just beating up on us. We have our swords. I think we're going to be fine. It's going to be a hard month, but it's necessary. It's going to be hard and fast, bro. Eight of Wands. But it's going to be necessary. It is what is needed. That's all I can say to that. So any, I was going to say, any positive final word? Yes. 10 of Cups. We got each other. Community. Family. We will be celebrating very soon. Hold on to hope. It might be the smallest thing in your chest, but you've got to hold on to it. We will make it through this ride. We came down for this. All right, so let's graduate Earth School with flying colors, okay? All right, I love you guys. Oh, what a reading. Thanks for sticking it out, because it was, ooh, it was a heavy one. But we can do this. We can do this. One card to peek at September. One card peek at September, please. I just want to see something. One card peek at September. I don't know if I can count that because I don't know what just happened. One card peek at September. It keeps going down. But we're breaking free and there's the recovery. There's the recovery. Okay. I mean, the story continues. And that's a good thing too, right? Because if it ended, we're done. All right. So the Spirit Week, but I also think that was some kind of galactic stuff too. We'll see what happens. Love y'all. Bye. See you tomorrow. Nope, maybe. Nope, I'll see you on TikTok tomorrow.